when we introduce project management, it is inevitable that we are going to see the different context in which project management fits naturally by definition. We need to address learning outcome. So when we are presenting our program, we have to foresee what outcome, learning outcome, it is going to take place. One important part of our method of training, of teaching, it is not the typical academic way of lecturing people, learners. Not at all. When we're talking about the learning process, we are talking about presenting to our participants the right way of getting something done. Now, it is natural that when we are seeing the right way of getting things done, we are going to now to compare what we are hearing, what we are listening. It will in our mind inevitably be compared to what we have done. And when we're talking about a problem, when we're talking about an issue of contention that is going to happen, many issues of contention will happen. We will see how should be handled, during the unfolding of our program, and inevitably we will compare it to what we have actually done when we were in that situation in real life, and it will be very, very helpful, to see what we could have done in those circumstances different than what we have done. So, learning outcome, it is the way we like to see it. It is a process of self evaluation, and that is probably the most powerful way of getting somewhere in project management. If we are serious about being project managers, then we will also be serious in the process of self-evaluation. Then, what it is worth mentioning is the weighting of the principles of project management, weighting those principles into the context of standards. When we're talking about standards, we can stay within the range of international standard, the ISO, which is universally recognized as by anyone as a good way of getting things done to the satisfaction of satisfaction of the market, of the recipients of our services. So the standards, the ISO, are there, and they are open to everyone, can be assessed, can be evaluated, can be read, can be purchased. It depends only how deep we want to get into the standard. We have it at our disposal. It is there. Then, what is also important to see into our context is the due governance. Governance is what is regulating also, the right way that to govern the process of leading, either as a person or as a committee or as a team. Governance, the rules of governance, it will guide us to take care of how we should optimize our performance. Then we also like to think that the process of appointing a project manager is not a process that is for everyone, for anyone, everyone. We got human resource managers, consultants, around us that they think, they can do everything, but it's not so. The appointment of a project manager, it requires a process that is strictly an evaluation of the profile of the right person. And in order to do that, we need to have the metrics. We need to know how to apply the process of selection into the right context, so that when the committee, the selecting committee that normally is made of different people, will have enough information to be able to take the right decision, to decide for the right candidate to fill the position, that particular position of project manager. It is important. It is absolutely vital, because a wrong decision means that we are appointing the wrong project manager, and the chances to fail or failure, they are right there from the beginning. And this is what most they don't realize seriously enough. The choosing the right person, selecting the right person at the right time, is what is going to give the best chances to the project to succeed. Whatever it is. Choosing the right person means getting the best chances to succeed. And we need to be very much aware of what is the process, what are the metrics. We know what it takes to choose the right person. And the committee has to be aware also that it is upon them the responsibility of the success or a failure of a project, depending on which project manager they are appointing, based on what information, based on what evaluation. If a selection committee understands nothing of project management, how are they possibly going to be able to select a person, to evaluate his characteristics, his profile, his professional values? How are they going to be able to do that? So we need to give them the tools, and the tools are in a form of a metric, an evaluating metric with risks evaluation. And at the end of the evaluation, then the candidate which offered the least risks, that is the candidate to appoint for that position. So, evaluation process, the international standard, we have discussed it. The selection process. Then where we're putting a lot of emphasis in our program is in valuing the first principles. Now it is very well talking about artificial intelligence, talking about ICT, talking about computer technology, information management. It is very well to talk about all these things, but we mustn't forget that all what we're talking about, it is effect of couple of decades, 2-3 decades since we have been exposed to ICT, to computer technology. Before that, for thousands of years, not hundreds, thousands of years, and most of the infrastructure the world over, they were developed well before centuries ago, millenniums ago. Now, we don't need to go that far to take note of first principles. We can just say, stay within a century and a half, since we have experienced the invention, for example, of the bar chart. The bar chart has made a huge difference in the way project management it is run. And when did it come into light? When did it come available to us? Only 110 years ago. The father of bar chart, is recognized by many to be Henry Gantt, which is an American engineer, and it is still today. It is still unchallenged. The knowledge that Henry Gantt has left us before his death in 1919. So over a century ago, it is still unchallenged. Absolutely unchallenged. So, all the programs, all the software that they're at our disposal today to work with project management, they are all based on the knowledge left by Henry Gantt. So we at the First Project Management Institute, we are highly regarding the knowledge left by Henry Gantt. And it is an integral part of our program. First principles is the foundation, is the basis of the applied technology that is at our disposal. We need to know where we're coming from in order to know where we are and to decide where we want to go. So this is the wide spectrum in which we are basing our program, our teaching, our sharing, however you want to put it, our awareness emphasizing of what the project manager should do, in order to succeed. And we will bend to nothing, but to maintain our principles.